Hi, I want to welcome all of you guys to English 252. This is American Literature 2. I am Dr. Cece Dixon and I am very excited about having you in class this semester. I hope that by the end of the term that two things will have happened to you. One is that you will have a greater appreciation for American literature, and two, and maybe more importantly, that you will get an understanding of the fact that literature and literary text are cultural artifacts. And what I mean by that is that a piece of literature, a literary text, inevitably reflects the culture, the time, the space out of which it came. And simultaneously, it informs the values and the ideas that are floating around in the culture at the time. So reading a work of literature does more than entertain us. What it does is it gives us a glimpse into another time, into another place, and helps us understand that particular historical moment more deeply, more complexly, more intricately. And so I hope that that is your takeaway from this class, that not only do you learn to appreciate the literature of our country, but that you also start to recognize that any literary text, even those being produced today, especially those being produced today, are a byproduct or an artifact of a specific time and a specific place. So I'm very excited about this journey with you. And I do want to go over a few things about this course to help you understand what's going to be required of you throughout the semester. It's very, very important that you take the quiz at the bottom of this page by January 13th in order to keep from being dropped from this class. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will see course overview quiz, and that needs to be taken immediately. It's very low stakes. It is basically, like I said, to let me know that you're present and to also help you start thinking about the course. So if you could just go ahead and answer that question now and then come back, that'd be great. Or if you've already started watching this, that's fine. But just please make sure it's done by January the 13th. So you should be watching this now. And so I want to talk about a few things that are on this page just to help you with the class. First thing is, this is my contact information, my direct email address, my office extension, and of course you can email me through course mail. These are my office hours: Tuesday, Thursday, 9 to 10:30 and 12:30 to 4. I am physically located on the Sparks campus in Eufaula. So for those of you who are based in Dothan, you probably won't come visit me in person, but please take advantage of my office hours to call me. I'm happy to have a conference with you over the telephone. That is fine. So I want all of you to know that you can reach out to me with any questions that you have. You are not bothering me. It is my job to answer your questions and to help you be successful in this class. A quick overview of how I grade this course and how your grade will be determined. 30% will be weekly discussion posts, and we'll talk more about that in just a minute. Your midterm exam and your final exam will each be 25%, and then you'll have a final essay. That is 20%. And that final essay will be due at the end of the term, and more to come about that as well. I do want to point out a few things on our syllabus, and one of those, and you are responsible for everything on this syllabus, but I do want you to be particularly aware of a few things, and I'm going to talk with you about those. These are your requirements. To read assigned works indicated each week, and I'll take you through the first unit so you can see how that goes in just a minute. And then I will discuss these works in course videos. So these will be my lectures for you. So you will have a reading assignment, and then you'll have a lecture. Then you'll have a discussion post. I will give you a question based off your readings in my lecture. You will post a response to me, and then you'll be responsible also for responding to another classmate. You will have an essay assignment, and then you'll have to complete a midterm and a final exam. All right. And again, here are the breakdowns. We just talked about those. All right. You need to have this textbook, the Norton Anthology of American Literature, Volume 2, or you can buy it as Volume C, D, and E. Make sure that you get the 9th edition. This is the current pagination. This is the book that I use. You will have assigned readings that are specific to these texts, some of the introductory materials, and you need to have these textbooks. All right. Let's talk about discussion post a little bit. Our course week is going to run from Monday to Sunday. So we're going to start our week on Monday, and our week will end on Sunday. So what is going to happen is that I will assign you something to read on Monday. There'll be readings, there'll be lecture videos, and then by Thursday night at 11:59 of every week, you need to post a response to a question that I put in the discussion board based on that week's readings. Your initial discussion must be a well-developed paragraph of at least 8 to 10 sentences, using specific examples from the text that we've read and discussed that week to support your answers. Okay, I am very particular about length requirements and specificity in your discussion posts. Now, your response discussion, in which you go back and you respond to another classmate, those are going to be due on Sunday, 11:59 of each week. And those responses must be at least 75 words. And they need to continue the discussion. They need to provide new insight, new observations, connect to something else that we've read, or maybe even introduce a thought-provoking question. Think about having a conversation with someone. I want you to say more than good post. Okay? So this is the discussion board is where we interact with one another. So in my lecture videos, you will see what I think are the most important things about a text, but there are surely many, many more. And the discussion board is for you guys to share your ideas and your insights so that we can learn from one another. Please make sure when you address each other online that you are professional. It is okay to disagree with someone's position, but do so respectfully. Follow the rule to treat others as you would like to be treated. You will have a 600 to 700 word essay due the final week of class. In this assignment, you will answer a question based on the readings in the course using specific evidence from the text to support that answer. You will not use any other outside sources. All right. Late assignments are not accepted. Extra credit opportunities are not available for individual students. When available, these rare opportunities will be offered to the entire class. So these are just a few things in this syllabus that you need to be aware of. I will, throughout the term, keep you apprised of what your current grade is in the class. If I see you guys struggling a little bit, I will reach out to you. So do not think you can hide from me just because this is an online class. I take my online students I follow you guys a little bit more carefully than I do my in-person students. So just be prepared for lots of questions for me if I don't think you're doing the best you can do. So you're not going to be able to hide. All right, so let me talk about the course calendar. I'm going to show you how the weekly units work in just a minute. But I want to talk to you about your midterm and your final exam. Not the specificity of them. I will give you more information about what to expect on those exams as the semester progresses, but the times and the dates. Notice that I will physically come to the Dothan campus and give exams. So just because I'm on the Eufaula campus does not mean that you guys drive up here if you're located on the Dothan campus to take a test. I will come to you. However, I have set specific dates and times to come to Dothan. Therefore, I want you to look at these dates and these times and go ahead and plan the rest of your life this semester around them. I mean your work schedule, childcare if necessary, so that you can meet one of these times. The reason why this is important is that if you can't meet one of these times and you let me know like the day before, then I have to scramble around to find someone to proctor for you, and I can't always do that. So help me out by going ahead and putting one of these dates and times for the midterm and the final on your calendars. And then the final essay is going to be due April the 23rd. If you are not in the local area, you do have the option of using an off-campus proctor for your midterm and your final. If you are one of those folks, you will need to complete this proctor application and submit it at least 2 weeks before the exam date, whether it's the midterm or the final. So if that is you, please take care of that now. All right, if you need a transcript for any of my lecture videos, please let me know and I'm happy to provide those to you. Here is the course overview quiz, which you need to take now if you haven't taken it yet. The last thing I want to show you is the content page of this course. In about a week, I will set our Blackboard to default to this page so that instead of taking you to the Getting Started page, when you log into Blackboard and click on our course, it will take you to this page. So you can see the units that we have for this class, and I want just to click on this first one. Here's a printable calendar. So you can click here and you can print this out that shows you everything that's due for this unit. So basically everything from January the 13th to February the 9th. That is printable for you. So you will need to read these pages in the book and watch this little introductory video before you get started with the class on January the 13th. Once you arrive at January the 13th, you click here. You will see a video to watch. You will see readings and more videos. Okay, so this is what you read. This is my discussion. And then finally you see your discussion board post. I remind you of the requirements. The only thing you specifically need to know is that you must start a new thread for your initial post. If you do not start a new thread, you won't be able to see anybody else's post. So you have to start a new thread. So you just will click here, click Create Thread, and you'll answer the question. You can also access the discussions here. Okay? So if you guys have any questions at all about the format of this class, about anything that I've discussed in this video or that you see on the Getting Started page, please give me a call or pop me an email. And I am very excited about this semester and look forward to working with you all.